Hi everyone, Deborah here with another COVID Strong workout. If you've been following along through the month of May, then you know that I've been bringing every Friday another workout that you can do right in the comfort of your own home without the need for equipment. And they're time efficient. This one is no exception. This particular workout has what are called compound movements, which simply means that we're going to integrate multiple muscles together. And I'm going to compound the compound by integrating some upper and lower body and some core and lower body together. So you get a great, effective, and efficient workout in. So get your exercise mat and your water, and let's get started. So before we get started, I just want to mention that I'm going to be showing 1 to 2 progressions for every exercise. So we'll start with the more basic and work up to the more advanced. We're going to begin with a lateral squat. You're going to step out, usually feet just a little wider than hip width, sitting your bottom back into a squat as low as you feel comfortable, step in, and then over to the other side. When you do this, it helps to use your arms, and you can activate your shoulders by squeezing your shoulder blades back. If you don't have knee issues and you want to make this more advanced, you can add a nice little jump to it. I'm just shifting my weight to the inside leg and then jumping from there. Again, keep those abs engaged. Let's do a couple more. Good. Now we're going to do a step with a knee raise. It's simply a step forward, knee raise, back and back. You can also add a little hop to that. If your knees bother you, keep it low profile. You can also do a lunge into a knee raise. I'll show that from the side. Lunge, keep the front knee from behind that front toe, driving the back knee down, and push off with the front leg and then step back and back. Lunge, push off, back and back. So do the version that feels good for you. Knee raise, step, step, or into that hop, or add your lunge. One more. Let's switch legs. Good. Now we're going to do a side lunge. In the side lunge, you step over out wide, keep your feet pointed straight ahead, sit your weight back onto the outside leg. You want to make sure you're sitting your bottom back as far as it'll go to keep from having pressure in the knee. And then you're going to spring back to your start position. Always try to land with your feet pointed straight ahead. Then you can do a spinal reach as an add-on and try to reach as far down to the foot as you can. You can look back at the arm behind you. Let's do one more on this side. Good. Other side. You can also, if it's more comfortable, just have your hand right on your knee. Especially if you have knee issues, that may feel more comfortable for you. And let's do 2 more. And lastly, we're going to do squat jacks. You can do a half jack like this, where you squat down and bring one leg out to the side and arms up, or you can do a full jack, squatting and coming into a jumping jack. So decide what feels best for you, and if you're doing the half jack, I'll cue you when to switch sides. Really sit that bottom back, abs engaged, and switch. Great job. Next, we're going to move to the floor. In this next exercise, we're going to do a donkey kick. Donkey kicks are often traditionally done on all fours, like this. Hands under the shoulders, knees hip width apart, and pressing the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. If you have any shoulder issues, I would advise you stay with this form and continue it. But if you want to make it more challenging, another version I love is down facing dog with a donkey kick. So if you're familiar with yoga, this is down dog. You're pressing your heels towards the floor and pressing back through those legs. You can add a donkey kick to this. And I would advise keeping the knee slightly bent on the leg you're stabilizing with while you extend the other leg towards the ceiling. Think of pushing the sole of your foot towards that ceiling and squeeze the glutes. And then try switching legs. Exhale on the push. A few more here. Great. And you may want to take advantage of this moment to sit back in child's pose. Then you're going to turn over and do bridges. Bridges are commonly done with your arms at your side, knees bent, feet about hip width apart, and then squeezing and lifting into a bridge. If you want to make this one a little more challenging, you can bring your feet close together, put an ankle over one knee, and you can slowly lower down and press up through the one leg. You're really going to feel that activate your hamstrings and your glutes. To get a little bit of an upper body workout into it, firmly press your arms into the floor to leverage as you press up. Mentally think about squeezing those glutes. Let's do a couple more. And then switch. You can also make these more challenging by holding it longer at the top. Pushing those arms into the floor. Exhale every time you lift. And one more. Next, we're going to do a straight leg raise. This is effectively an abdominal exercise that also works your hip flexors. So by tipping your pelvis, press your back down and extend one leg. You're going to bring that leg all the way up and then lower slowly down to the floor or hover just above it. Again, press those arms firmly into the floor. You should feel like your back is becoming one with the floor. To make this more challenging, you can lift up, and from here, you can, in that bridge position, lower one leg all the way down and then raise it back up. Do your best to keep those hips level with each other. If you have any back issues, I advise that you keep your hips down. Switch sides. Good. Now we're going to get up and do some push-ups. So go ahead and turn over. And of course, I'm going to show you the basic push-up, but there's several variations that you might choose. You can do a push-up from your knees, and you can of course do them from the toes. Whichever position you choose, try to keep your hips down in alignment with your spine. You can also extend one leg up. You may want to have a pillow under your knees if you're doing the modified version. Exhale every time you press. I like to keep my wrists right under my elbows. That helps protect your elbow and wrist joints. If you prefer to be up on your toes to make it more challenging, you can of course do the same thing here by lifting one leg and pushing through. and then you can switch. This just challenges your core more than having both legs down. Great. Well, you did it. You survived another COVID Strong workout. Congratulations. I'm going to leave you with an additional immune system building tip. Just as exercise is important at building a healthy immune system, so is adequate sleep. And it's been proven that most Americans do not get enough of it. I would suggest that to get a better night's sleep, that you close down all your devices at least an hour before bedtime, darken the room, and you may decide you want to take a supplement such as magnesium before bedtime because it helps relax you and get you into a better sleep state. Some people also like melatonin, but make sure you plan to be in bed at least 7 hours so that you don't wake up too groggy, or try a half dose to start with. Thanks again for joining me, everyone, and I hope that you'll continue to look for me on Instagram and YouTube under Deborah Richter Fitness, and you may want to continue to follow the COVID Strong series. I'll also be showing various other topics related to health and fitness, and an exciting one coming up on what to do about neck and back issues. So I hope you'll stay tuned. Thanks again, everyone. And remember, stay COVID strong.